How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for stopping in. Today we have a knife to unbox coming in from Vosteed. Thank you to them for sending this in. If you're here because you like knife and EDC content, you're in the right spot. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. I release daily videos, and hit that thumbs up button. That helps push the video out there to more people, and let us know what you are carrying in your pockets today down in the comments. I am really excited about this one. Nice packaging as always from Vosteed. Then we have a nice microfiber cloth, paperwork, and some stickers as always. We have a zippered pouch and a micro RE there. And then we have our knife, and this is going to be their new Shillin cutter. This one is going to be sporting their new Vanker lock, and that is going to be a pivot base lock. And we saw that on, what was it, on Kilo, I think it was, that had the pivot lock from Vosteed, and they really knocked it out of the park. And now we're seeing them tie the design of the nightshade in with the Vanker lock into kind of a new design, and then we get the Shillin cutter, and that's what we have here. They have several different versions of this knife available. I will have it linked down below in the description, and I believe there's a couple different styles that you can get. This one's going to be in 154 cm. They also, I believe, have some in LMAX as well. This one has a satin finished Kubey Shillin style blade. And then we do have dual thumb studs, a front and rear flipper for deployment. And because of that pivot lock and how well they have this thing tuned, all those deployment methods feel very good. And that rear flipper is finely jimped all the way around, so you really get a good grip on that rear flipper. Even though it's pretty minimal, you just get a good grip on it. And then the front flipper is very easy to use there. Jimping's done well, and you get a nice amount of leverage on it. You're landing way past the knife when you do it, so it's very comfortable. And then the studs work well. We have a fairly neutral handle. You can be in a standard grip if you need some reach or you're doing a quick cut, or you can choke up right behind the edge, get a ton of control over that blade if you need, get up on that tip if you have some precision or precise work to do. We do have a lanyard hole for the lanyard fans, a recessed lower mounted deep carry pocket clip here, and it's looking to be right hand carry only. I don't know if that is going to be a common theme for the model. I don't know if this is maybe a prototype or something. I don't know. I do know these are available, and I will have them linked down below in the description. And my guess is these are going to go very, very quickly. So if this is something that looks interesting to you, I highly recommend going over there and seeing what they have left, because knowing Vosteed, they probably had a ton made, but there is probably only going to be so many to go around, right? They typically, on these hot models like this, will sell out pretty quickly, sometimes within a night, and then sometimes within a couple of days. This one's going to be 2 3/4 inches of cutting edge, 3 inches of total blade, and then we're coming down there at 7 inches strong overall. So this is going to be right in the middle of small to large size folders. And here we have the Vosteed Raccoon and the Kaiser Drop Bear. It's definitely going to be more in line with that drop bear size, and we're going to see that that's a fairly common size that people want to gravitate to. The Para 3 is going to be right there in that same size. The Elementum, the Bug Out, this is a very common size, and this is probably the most demanded size in a pocket knife, I would say, right around that 7-inch to 7.5-inch mark. So what I'm getting at is, if you don't know what you like, you're new, this is a very common size and a size that most people gravitate to. So definitely, you know, if you're new, it would be a good size to take a look at if you're looking for a pocket knife to be a user, but also, you know, have a little fun with it as well. That pivot lock is going to be a game changer for you. It's seems to be a very resilient lock, a very durable lock, but you can tune these detents to just give you a ultra satisfying opening action and closing action, because you're getting that button lock type action on the close. And you can use the button, of course, to open the knife. So let's see what this thing will look like in our pocket here. We'll wipe the blade off first with our Issuing Stitches cloth. That might have been driving some people nuts, but I don't know. I was trying to avoid wiping it, but we'll do it anyway. It's going to carry a lot like most Vosteeds do. A lot of their knives are deep carry, but they're lower mounted. So it's a deep carry clip, but they don't mount it completely at the butt end of the knife. And that is going to be the same case here. I actually do not mind that at all. It gives you a clean look, and it gives you a decent amount to grab a hold of and pull it out of the pocket, as well as return it back to the pocket, you know, without putting pressure on the clip or something like that. So good clip design for a user knife like this feller here, and that's what Vosteed intends this to be a user knife, not necessarily a tactical or hidden style knife. So let's see what kind of edge we have on this thing here. Now, and you might be asking, well, I haven't seen a video on this. I don't know if there is. I haven't looked. I'm sure there is, or if there's not, there will be soon. But if you're not on Instagram, or if you're not paying attention to Vosteed on Instagram, you know, they're announcing these knives and when they're going to go live, right? When they're going to be released. So there's a lot of people who are paying attention that way, and they're getting a jump because they're getting almost live notice that, hey, these knives are going in stock on the website right now. If you're only paying attention through YouTube, you know, you may miss out on certain drops like this. And I don't, you know, I used to be one of them people who did not get Instagram. I didn't have one. I didn't use one, and I was constantly missing out on stuff. So, you know, I eventually went ahead and decided to get an Instagram and start using one just to find out about drops and communicate with companies. But if you're wanting to get kind of ahead on drops or get firsthand knowledge, Instagram is maybe not the end-all be-all type of deal, but you're going to get a lot more information a lot sooner than you would anywhere else. So let's go ahead and check this lock. We did check 2 on kilos, and we've had another pivot lock or 2 come through, and all of them have been successful when it comes to just a simple testing of the lock here, which is what we're going to do. There's no up and down, and there's no side to side either. Very good. Not even a hint. It's locked up very nicely. And that's the other cool thing about these pivot locks is that button is a good size. So whether you have small, medium, large, extra large hands, or if you're wearing gloves, you'll be able to get to that button very, very easily. Let's go ahead and see what we are working with here. We'll give it a couple light taps, close it, open it up. The thumb stud action on this is really good. It's really snappy, and that flipper, both the flippers work really well also. Definitely worth taking note that these pivot locks seem to be, you know, we need more examples to test, but they seem to be pretty durable. I don't know where they fall, you know, on the spectrum, right? But they seem to be pretty resilient. I think we'll be pretty much swimming in different pivot locks and different button locks here over the next year. I think a lot of companies are going to start using the pivot lock, button frame lock, button compression locks. So there won't be any shortage of a pivot style lock or button style lock. If this knife looks interesting to you though, hopefully there's still some available, but I definitely would recommend getting over there sooner rather than later if you want to snag one now. They'll be back, but it might be several months until they are back. I don't know that for sure, but that's typically how it works. They'll sell out, and then it'll be a couple of months until we see them back in, or there'll be a different version available maybe a little bit sooner. But definitely, it's definitely a cool knife. It's a good size. I think it's going to be a great blade shape if you're looking for a user, something just an EDC, something that you can casually use on whatever you might run into throughout the day. If you're looking for a fidget monster with good opening action, you're going to be getting that as well out of this lock, no question about it. Vosteed continues to nail it. Like always, let me know what you guys think of the Shillin cutter down here in the comments. Let me know what you think of the Vanker lock and these pivot locks. I love hearing from you guys, no matter what it is. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. That helps push the video out there to more people. If you're new to the channel, I release daily knife and EDC content just like this. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel and ring the bell. That'll notify you anytime I release new content. I will put up a couple of new videos on your screen. Go check one of those out for me. Have yourself an awesome day. Thank you all again for watching. I will catch you on the next one.